Damn!
Today's tune is for an incredible car that I wanted to get some mileage out of, the Ferrari F50. This car is one of the better road cars in GT7 and likely doesn't get a use because 1, it's a legendary, and 2, it's about $3.5 million. But I figured I've got it in my garage, so let's test it out and see if it's viable for grinding credits, and it turns out it is. It's pretty solid stock, but this tune makes it viable for Le Mans and gives you another option to change up the drive. And overall, this car just has a great sound to it. The F50 is just a pleasure to drive. So a bit about the F50. This car has an amazing story. As the successor to the F40, this car was also developed to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the company. Only 349 units were built as it was a limited edition model. The idea behind the F50 was to build a formula car that was road legal. This car is basically a road car with an F1 engine. The car is constructed of a carbon fiber body with a removable hardtop. The suspension also mirrors the F1 design, and the engine was super powerful. The F50 V12 was tuned for road use with 4.7 liters of displacement and made it to a 6-speed manual gearbox. Top speed was rated at 201.9 miles per hour, and the 0 to 60 time came in at 3.87 seconds, which far outperforms some of the best sport cars of the day. The F50 truly is a legendary car, and just the design alone makes it worth this purchase. But let's get into the tune and talk about performance. So stat changes from stock. Horsepower is now 498, and the car has 335 pounds of torque. It's a lightweight car weighing less than 2,400 pounds after upgrades. Acceleration, top speed, cornering are all improved from stock, and this tune has just a few performance upgrades to it. These include a stage 2 weight reduction and increased body rigidity. For performance parts, the car maintains racing hard tires, full customized suspension, fully customized LSD, a full control computer, a power restrictor and ballast, a fully customized manual transmission, and racing components including air filter, muffler, brakes and pads, and a brake balance controller. So in terms of adjustments, the bulk of this work on this tune goes into the suspension, making the car a bit more responsive. I've adjusted the ride height, the damping, the natural frequency, and the camber. I also added a small amount of toe in to help it get into corners quicker. The LSD has some minor adjustments to handle the power better, and we had to dial back the performance slightly. So on this tune I added a bit of weight to get a slightly better balance on the car. The transmission does have manual tuning to it, so pause the video if you want to get the exact gear ratios. It's tuned to maximize on the Le Mans straight of Fuel Mapping 4, but feel free to adjust it if you want to run the track slightly differently or you want to use it on another course. So overall, this car is fun to drive, it's got a great exhaust note, and you get a real feel for what the car is capable of. So the F50 isn't by any means an overpowered car in the game, and it's relatively mid-pack in terms of performance, but when you consider it's from 1995 and it's still able to hold its own against modern cars, it's pretty remarkable. So this car is definitely a viable credit earner at the 700 performance points level. But for the race strategy, adjust your fuel mapping to 6 and target 3 full laps. You should do a bit of short shifting to help with fuel economy, but overall it's got decent range. I'd recommend you keep both wet and intermediate tires on the car just so you have options for the race and can adjust accordingly. And as always, adjust for the weather. You'll need 2 pit stops for this race, and on the final few laps you can run full tilt at fuel mapping 1 and push the car to its limits. As typical with Le Mans, poor weather is actually your friend. Just make sure you have the correct tires by checking the radar near the end of your pit lap. This car is available from the Legendary dealership. It's not too bad considering you can make up the $3.5 million in about 2 hours of grinding, but if you happen to miss this one on this rotation, don't worry, save your credits and it'll cycle back in just over a month. In terms of livery, this one is nearly stock, but I put on a slightly brighter yellow and I made the stock wheels chrome. Other than that, it's simple, but I love the looks of the stock car and I wanted to leave it as close as possible to the original. It's public and you can edit it, but it's nothing special. I hope you enjoyed this tune and this car finds a spot in your garage. If you like these tunes, please like and comment below. It greatly helps with my channel growth on YouTube and helps steer me in the right direction for content. If you're looking to connect with others around gaming in general, feel free to join our 22 Gaming Discord. You'll find more information on GT7, tunes, or just gaming in general, and it's a great community. As always, thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.